Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to jump right into it and we are going to do a spring makeup tutorial. So if this is your type of content, feel free to sit back, relax, and we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. And today I'm going to use the NYX the Marshmallow setting spray. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this on my face here real quick. And then for eyeshadow primer, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeshadow primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to my lids. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my bronzer from the Cab Cosmetics bronzing palette. I'm just going to put a transition color on my eyelids here. I'm just going to take Toffee right here and just blend that in as my transition shade on my eyelids here. And then for eyeshadow, I'm going to use two palettes today. I'm going to use the Profusion Dreamscape palette. It does have green in there. And then I'm going to use the Beaute eyeshadow palette as well. This one has green in there as well. I think this is a perfect palette for spring also. Okay, so in the Dreamscape palette, the first color that I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with Surreal, which is this green color here. So I'm just gonna go in with that color here and apply that on my lid. It's a very pretty color. Actually, I think I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush, just being that this is so pigmented. Very, very pretty color. I love Profusion palettes. They are affordable and they have some really nice pigment to their eyeshadows. Okay, so there's that so far. I'm gonna go ahead and build it up. I think I'm gonna take another darker color, a darker green from the Beaute palette, and then I'll apply some shimmer on top and do some lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this up. So again, I'm just taking this dark green color from the Beaute palette, and I'm just gonna apply that to my lid as well. I may bring that up just a little bit above. Oh, this is pigmented as well, look at that. Oh yeah, this is very pigmented. Okay, that's very green, but it's cute. I like it. It's cute and green. I don't know. I like to have my eyeshadow match whatever shirt I'm wearing. That's just how I am. All right, so for eyeliner, I'm gonna go ahead in with my Kohl marker pen. This is the Big Fat Liner, so I'm gonna go ahead in with that, and I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyelids here. So wing liner is on. Hopefully they look halfway decent, halfway even. So that is on. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mascara and get ready for lashes. And then for lashes today, I'm just using the Essence Double Trouble mascara. This one is in extra black. So we're just gonna use that one today. Okay, and then for lashes today, we're gonna be using the Kiss number 11 lashes. These are Kiss So Wispy number 11s. I love these lashes here. So we're gonna use those today. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply all my lashes and I will be right back. All right, so lashes are on. I'm just gonna go back into the Profusion palette and I'm gonna take that ethereal color here and I'm just gonna apply that. I'm gonna apply that on my lid here. And I think I'm just gonna spray my brush and then apply the shimmer on top of my lid. So I'm just gonna dip and spray it. Oh yeah, that's beautiful, you see that? I really like this color, that's pretty. Blends in with the green so well. Love it. That is so pretty. See that? Okay, so now that that is on, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. And today I'm gonna be using the Rimmel Stay Matte primer here. Oh, that's a lot, but it's okay. I hope everybody is doing well. All right, so now the primer is on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with some setting powder, and then we'll go ahead and apply foundation and things like that. So I'm just gonna take my CoverGirl banana powder here and just set my pores down here real quick, and then we'll apply foundation. And for my foundation today, I am going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear 24-hour foundation. This one is in $4.95. So I've been using this one, and then I've been using the, what is this, Beaute foundation. This one is in T4. So what I've been doing is just mixing both of those foundations together and create my perfect shade. So this is like, it's a very good combination. So I just take like a pump or two. I'm almost out. So that's why I've been putting like 2 pumps on there. I'm gonna have to get me another one. And then I just take 2 pumps of the L'Oreal, and then I take 1 pump of the, what is this? Beaute. So I just take 1 pump of that. And then again, what I do is just put it in the back of my hand and just tap it on my skin here. But it's like the perfect, you know, it's like the perfect combo, the perfect shade as well. Perfect shade match for both foundations. And if you're hearing the church bells, I am recording this. It is Sunday. It is raining outside. We're supposed to get some severe storms later, so hopefully everything is well. Let me know where you're watching from. For cream bronzer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Cream bronzer. I have the shade medium. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this up here. I don't do this often, but it is what it is. We'll see how it turns out. We will see how it turns out. Trust the process, right? The color is perfect though. Color is perfect on my skin, so I do like that. I don't really do cream bronzer, but I said let's switch it up a little bit and try it out and see how it does. It looks really pretty. I like the color. Really, really pretty. I may have put too much on. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do cream blush. I do have the TYS Beauty. This one is in Splash. I always like this cream blush here. It's very, very pretty. So I see the new trend is putting this up by your eyes. So let's see how that does. Now I'm only gonna put 2 dots because this is very pigmented. Well, actually I'm gonna do one side at a time. Ooh, see how pigmented that is? Very, very pretty though. Maybe I should have just used a dot. Ooh, maybe I should have just used a dot. I don't want to be looking like a clown. But it'll be all right here in just a moment because I'm going to apply concealer and stuff. Ooh, I hope I don't look like a clown today. So I'm just gonna put 1 dot on the other side. Such a pretty color though. Let me take a different brush. Let me use that same contour brush that I used. Let's try this. That's very, very pigmented still, so it's all good. It's gonna work itself out. If not, I will go over it with the foundation brush that I used. And luckily there's leftover product, so I can blend it down. Trust the process. My goodness. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take the foundation brush and I am going to go over this. So that is something I see I'm gonna have to practice on, which is cream blush. Practice makes perfect. I'm so glad we could blend it down. See? There's leftover product and it will just blend it away. Okay, you can't even really see the cream blush anymore, which is fine with me. Well, actually, I can see it here still. Oh well. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead in with the concealer, and today I'm gonna be mixing 2 shades. Let's see here. I'm gonna be using the Black Radiance concealer. This one is in the shade, actually I don't even see the shade on here. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna use this. I don't even see a shade on here. I think it was like butterscotch or something like that. I'm not for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna mix 2 shades. So I'm gonna put this on first. Then I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Paris 400 Caramel. And just go right on top of there. And I'm just gonna let this sit for a few minutes and then we'll come back and we'll blend that out. Okay, so now that that's set down for a few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and blend it out. I am taking my Wet n Wild sponge here. I'm just gonna blend this out. That's such a beautiful color. I love the color of that. It blends in perfectly, or the shade match is perfect. See, when you mix stuff together, you can create the perfect shade. All right, and then for setting powder today, I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Beauty setting powder. I have mine in the shade, oh, this is so bright, I forgot. I have mine in the shade Yellow, very yellow. So I think it'll blend well though. So new tricks that I have seen as in your setting powder goes, whenever you're doing your under eyes, is to take like a little fluffy brush, tap off the excess, blend out the creases of course, and then set under your eye real quick, lightly set under the eye. And then go in with your powder puff and then set your creases, set your under eyes. So what I'm gonna take my AOA Studio puff and then I'm going to just blend out the creases here. And I'm just gonna tap off the excess on the back of my hand. Blend out my creases again. I'm still taking my Wet n Wild, that's the other sponge. I'm still taking my Wet n Wild sponge here and immediately setting. That's that. Do what works for you as far as like setting your under eyes. With me, I just try new things. I see trends going on, so I try them and see if they work for me. So do what works for you. I know everybody's different on how they do their makeup, how they apply their makeup and everything like that. So you can do whatever works for you. And then to set down my face, I am going to take the Flowers setting powder. This one is in translucent. And again, I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna tap off the excess on the back of my hand and just set my face. I always like this flower powder, this translucent setting powder. I think that's pretty too. Because it doesn't give you a white cast, it blends right on in, things like that. So you can really see the difference of the setting powder because you see my forehead is still shining and glistening there. And then that setting powder really makes a difference. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and set the face here. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild finishing setting mist here. Okay, and then for bronzer, we are gonna go back in with the Cab Cosmetics bronzer. I'm just gonna bronze up the skin here. And I'm just gonna mix like the top shades here with the bottom. Tap off the excess. I love this bronzer. It's very pigmented as well. And then for blush, today we're gonna use the LA Colors blush in Mink. I love this one because it's like the perfect pink, especially for spring. So I'm just gonna tap in here, dust off the excess, and bring it up. I think that's the beautiful pink. It's like a beautiful soft pink. Perfect for spring. And I kind of went ham on it so you guys can see it, so. Very pretty. Okay, and then for under eyes, well, for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the black eyeliner, of course. LA Colors Gel Glide Eyeliner in the color black. So I'm just gonna line my waterline here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, I'm trying to debate which color, which green. I think I'm gonna take this green here. So I think I'm gonna take the green in the Dreamscape palette from Profusion, and I'm just gonna line my lower lash line with that at the bottom. So I'm just gonna take a pencil brush, dip into this green, and line my lower lash line here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with the other green as well in the Beaute palette. I'm gonna take this and line my lower lash line as well. That is so pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna take me a little blending brush here and just blend out the lower lash line. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this green here, it's called Delirious. I'm gonna take that green and pop that in the inner corner of my eye here. I think that would just be perfect with the look. Actually, I'm gonna take two colors, sorry. I'm gonna take Delirious and I'm gonna take Ethereal. I'm gonna blend those two colors together and pop it in the inner corner. I'm gonna spray my brush. So pretty, I love it. I love it. I'm just building this one up a little bit more with the green. Okay, and then for lips, we're gonna use the Milani Sandstorm for lip liner. Okay, and then for lip gloss, we are gonna be using the AF94 Crazy For You. And I think this is just perfect for like a spring makeup look. You can never go wrong with pink. I think that is really, really pretty. All right, guys, this is my completed spring glam look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will have more content loading. If you have not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. I do look forward to seeing you in my next video. And as always, stay blessed.